Welcome back, everyone. Thanks so much for staying with us. Today we're talking about Mental Health Awareness Month and an upcoming event called Labeled Fest. Joining us right now is Brian Higgins. He's the Executive and Creative Director of Mental Healthy Fit. Thanks so much for joining us.
Wonderful to be here.
Let's talk about your organization, who you guys are, and kind of what your goal is in all of this.
Sure. We're a local nonprofit that is trying to help end the stigma in mental health through creativity, giving people a voice to be able to stand up and be proud of their mental health issues, because the stigma that we're experiencing is at a crisis level really at the moment, not only in this state but across the country and the world.
And it's not doing anyone any good to have that, because we need to just get these things kind of taken care of. And explain what FIT stands for, FIT.
The organization is called Mental Healthy Fit, and the FIT is Films, Ideas and Tips. So we're just an ideas and advocacy organization, and we do workshops. We help with kids, kids of all ages, because we're all kids at heart.
We are all kids.
Yeah. And we do workshops, from the creative standpoint of making films, telling your story, songs, everything like that.
So definitely an avenue of communicating with people in a very personal way. Let's talk about this weekend's event, Labeled Fest. Kind of what is it and what can we expect?
Labeled Fest, it's the 7th year that we've been doing it here, and it's really about turning negative labels into positive labels. And it's happening right now up at the Utah Museum of Fine Arts. Okay. We've got a bunch of films from across the country, across the world, but also tonight specifically, we've got 20 films that have been made by Salt Lake Youth.
Oh, that's incredible.
From ages from 13 to 17, 18 to 25. And it's all just across the board, from suicide awareness to depression to any type of mental health issue that people have been experiencing.
So will people get to watch all 20 of these tonight?
They will, yeah. Yeah, they come up and it's free, so they can pop on up, and then the winners win $2,000. $2,000, $1,000, $500.
That's incredible.
It's part of the audience vote and stuff like that.
But 20, that's incredible. Yeah. Where, and just all throughout the community?
Yeah, all across Utah. We've been working on this for the past probably about 6 months, but as a yearly event, we're constantly doing these. And if you can't manage to come tonight, we are running a virtual version of the festival later on in the month, so you'll still get to see all the best films. So
these kids that you get to work with, what do you really hope that they, besides being able to put together this film and have people watch it, which that in of itself is incredible, but what do you hope they're gaining out of the experience themselves?
Self-esteem. Really, to be able to stand up in front of a bunch of strangers, and get a round of applause. It's one of the most incredible feelings, and it really helps them to take one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. So.
I love it. These young filmmakers getting an incredible opportunity on such an important topic. Now, this is this weekend's event, but you have things going on throughout the year. So how can people get involved with that as well?
If they just go to the website, mentalhealthyfit.org, they'll be able to sign up for any workshops. We have one specific one called Art Church. We built this little church on the back of a trailer. We drive around on the first Sunday of every month and just park in a local park in Salt Lake. And we do art projects that people can just come along, do some art, talk about it, and learn some meditation, mindfulness, and things like that.
That's incredible, and I'm so excited for those 20 films tonight. That is so incredible for those 20 young filmmakers getting to show off their work. Okay, so more information on their website. You can see it there on your screen. You can get to it from ours, abc4.com. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Wonderful.
What an amazing organization. We're happy to have it. Okay, we'll be right back.